So I'm the lead mentor for Concord's robotics team. I manage kind of the day-to-day their day-to-day training, and I help them run through ideas. I've always had a passion for robotics, and so when I learned about the first program, I thought it was really cool. So there were teams from Mexico, Canada, we had teams from France, China, Israel. It's all, there's teams from Africa. So I think there's teams from almost every single continent, minus, Antarctica. The first offers college scholarships to its graduating seniors. So you apply, I think, as a junior, and then you're awarded this as a senior as you go to college. And so there's millions of dollars involved, and these dollars come from corporate sponsors, from universities, and everyone who's involved in this. They all believe that this is one of the largest answers to educating our population in science and technology. I mean, first, if you haven't been to a tournament, I would definitely encourage it. It's completely free to the public. At Michigan, we're lucky enough to be in the state of Michigan, which has been very, very supportive of a lot of first teams, and we've grown significantly as a state. We are a state with the most FRC teams in the country, in the world. All we need are strong mentors who are willing to put in the time. My goal is to, from a robotics standpoint, is to really grow Concord's team to a point where they're almost self-sufficient. That I walk in and they're running their own meetings, they're coming up with their own ideas, they're teaching each other their hard skills, the CAD, the SolidWorks, the programming, the LabVIEW, and then they're going out to the other schools in the area and teaching those schools how to start a robotics team. So my really long-term goal would be to make the Jackson area, a robotics powerhouse. Casters has a huge need for really talented engineers, and we thought that the best way of finding those engineers was starting from the high school level. So, and first allows us to really work closely with these students and understand what they're good at, what they need to be trained on, and then allows me to bring some of these students in as interns, and then hopefully when they graduate from college, bring them in as engineers, as people who help us build technology. We support our first teams by mentoring them. So I mentor a few of our other engineers, also participate in mentorship. We buy parts for them. We provide them with funding to buy robotic parts. We also provide them manufacturing support, so we are laser cutting stuff, machining stuff, providing raw materials, and sometimes providing some build space. So we're giving them production space so that they could make some parts here after hours. My first year we had a field set up in the back when we still had enough room to do that, and we were running the robot in the back. There really isn't much of a prerequisite. I mean, we come with students who've never touched any electronics, who don't know how to power up a motor, and we really teach them from the ground up. So really what I always say is what I'm looking for are students who are willing to learn, eager and excited to be challenged, who want to know more about robotics, and then we can teach them all the hard skills, the CAD, the programming, the build, the electronics, all those things. And it is going to be the hardest fun that you will ever have. That is the truth. You will be kicking yourself, you will be banging your head against the wall, and if you're not doing it right. But it will be, at the very end of it, incredibly enjoyable. So it's like what engineering is for the most part. 99% of sheer painful work, and during that 1% of triumph, of success, and that's what keeps you going. I am living vicariously through these kids, and so it's great fun.